What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to do something kind of unique. I'm going to go over every single World War II variant I have for every single gun in the entire game. It's going to be quite a bit of a long video, probably about 30 minutes almost. But right here we go. So we're going to go in order from ARs to the melees. So for our first gun, which is going to be the 1941, we have the Savior 2. My game's being slow today. It's been kicking me off a lot in the game for a while, so if it just takes a while for things to load or anything, I do apologize, but it's acting stupid. The Fortnite video, by the way, guys, maybe come out tomorrow night or this Friday, just because I'm planning on actually taking apart my PS4 to this today and working on cleaning and all that good stuff. It's been a while since I've done that, so so there's a chance that, I might not be able to make the video today. But this one's definitely coming out today. So yeah, those are our variants. I have everyone for the 1941. Now for the M1 Grand, we have everyone, but except for the Independent. That Independent, man. We have the Independent 2, Volunteer 1, Volunteer 2, the Frontline 2, and the Rookie 2, and the Rookie as well. The STG, we have all of them as well. The STG Red Baron 2. Probably one of my favorite STG variants besides the Haywire 2. I mean, I love the Haywire 2. The Shingles is okay, but if you're going to use a big variant like this, you might as well just use the Red Baron 2, in my opinion. And the Serum is just a terrible variant. The iron sights are massive for literally no reason at all. And then M1A1 we have Little Biscuit and the Little Biscuit. We don't have the Little Biscuit 2 actually. I don't know why I thought I had that one, but we have Bite the Dust 2, the Body Snatcher 2, and then the Big Juice 2. Pretty okay variants. I don't really use the M1A1 as much as I used to. FG42. We have. You guys see the name of it. I'm not even gonna torture myself by trying to say that shit. The Revised 2. The Stripe Happy 2. Now I'm not a huge fan of the FG42. I know a lot of people are, but I personally am not a fan of it. I think it's too slow for my liking. I'm a rush player, so something this super slow is just not my thing. And we're moving on to the bar. Now the bar, we have quite a bit of variants. We have the Old Captain 2. We have the Flyboy 2, which is one of my favorite variants of the bar when I use it. The Dude Up. I actually don't have the Dude Up regular one, but I do have the Dude Up 2. But look, we have the Cool Hand. I want to get the Cool Hand 2. I think Cool Hand 2 is probably one of the better ones of the game. I think Flyboy and 2 and Cool Hand 2 are definitely the two best ones, just because the iron sights. SVT, we have most of the SVT variants. You guys can see here. Now, surprisingly, these two aren't too terrible. Like, this one's good, but this one's equally as good. Like, it's not bad. The SOL, the SOL2, one of my favorite ones. And this one, which I think is kind of whack, because if you see these two, I mean, it's not even an argument at that point. But Gavar 41, we have all of them. You see here, we have all of the Gavars. We have all the goats, or Voltson Gavar, however you gonna say it. I call it the goat because it's got just a goat, it's a beast. We actually have none of the Type 5s except for the the epic one right here, but I'm surprised. I thought I had more of those. We have all the M2s. We have the Itra Burst, which is an okay gun. It's not bad, it's not terrible, but it's not like the most broken gun in the game. But we have most of the AVS except for the rare. And also the other reason I'm doing this video is mainly as a document for myself, so I can kind of look back. Because I don't want to play this game right now. Like this weekend I have work, and then tomorrow I have work as well. But I'm playing on Saturday and Friday, streaming most of the day on Fortnite. We're gonna be doing my tactic, I know, of getting some easy lobbies, mainly because we're gonna be grinding for challenges. I'm gonna try to get 100% challenge completion this season. So We're gonna be working on that. But in the meantime, afterwards, we're gonna be working on grinding 100% in World War II. So, having this documentation of what variants I need yet and which ones I don't will help me in the long run of looking out for certain variants. I'm also gonna be working on playing, saving my supply drops up, and then like the last day we're doing the last challenges, and we'll have like a supply drop opening or something. But yeah, the automaton's an okay gun. It does what it needs to do. The AS-44, it's an okay gun as well. And then for the last one, oh no, what am I talking about? Bro, I'm retarded, dude. Imagine there's like 4 left. GG's. But the ND41, kind of underrated. I mean, it's a solid weapon. It does what it's kind of like the FG42 in how it kills, but it has an equally slow fire rate. For some reason, it just feels like this gun is a lot quicker to aim down sights with, as well as a lot more accurate. It just feels like it does a lot more. You feel like it feels like it hits a lot more shots than the FG42 does. And then we got my baby right here, boys. I mean, there's not much to say about this gun, man. It's an amazing gun, bro. I wish I had the heroic, man. We're gonna try for grind for the heroic. Although the checkmate's probably my favorite variant. It looks dope as hell. I'm a huge fan in this game of the etchings on the guns, which you'll notice as we're going further with the guns have more etching variants. This we have the antagonist. Again, prefer the etching one. I think it looks more dope, but get the variants for that. And you can tell while we're going down the list that the weapons that came out later, like more towards now, this time, I have less variants of. And again, that's just because of how soon they've been out. Plus, I haven't opened as many supply drops as I used to. This mainly because I don't do supply drop challenges. But yeah, the Women'sburg, it's a cool gun. It does what it needs to do. It's fun to use in Rex, but not Rex, sorry, Wonderlust. Because like in Wonderlust you get it more often, so that's probably where I use it the most. Now moving over to SMGs, this category I'm pretty sure I have most of everything. Like a lot of these guns I'm Prestige Max already on. Like I'm working on the Prestige camos for Chrome Tiger. But we're starting with the Grease gun. Grease gun, we have most of them. We have like the Rosie 2. Which is actually quite a rare. It's in the list of the rarest guns in the game, following the PPSH Iron Curtain 2, Flyboy 2, the Dude Up 2, and this gun as well. A couple other ones that are kind of rare. Candy 2, probably one of my favorite grease gun variants, besides the Roxy 2. The Roxy 2 is really fun to use. I like the iron sights on it a lot. And then the Brandy. Brandy 2 I don't have yet, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to get that soon. Then the PPSH, of course, best variant in the game probably is the Iron Curtain 2. I mean, this variant is just fabulous, bro. The Thrive 2, I will want the Thrive 2 too. I do want to get like the Snake 2. I don't know how I have not gotten the Snake 2 yet. Like, it triggers me, the fact that I haven't gotten it yet. It's like almost every high rank in this game has it. So I'm not super offended. Am I not super offended? I mean, I'm hella fucking offended that I haven't gotten this shit yet. But the Duck Soup 2 is pretty good too. I use it on occasions, but I'm not a fan of just its overall bulkiness. Like, if I'm gonna use a big bulky gun, I'm gonna use the Iron Curtain 2, which just looks way better. It's way more rare. But Type 100 is next. Type 100 we have all the variants in the game for. We have the Type 2 Empire 2. The Type 100 Checked Out 2. And we have the Righteous 2. This is probably the one I use the most. If probably Checked Out or Righteous I use. They just look more clean aim down sights wise. And then yeah, this variant's kind of whack. If you're gonna use use the Empire 2 if you have it. If you only have this one, then use it. But like, if you have the choice between any of these, I recommend these two heroics. But if you have to use, you don't have these two, and you have only the two ends, then I'd use this one over this one, because I don't know, I think that one, this Empire, looks more clean. The WAF 28. So the WAF 28 is one of those guns that like is terrible, but like it's always godly when everyone else uses it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always better when everyone else uses it, man. I'm gonna go to the Tommy gun. The Tommy gun just has some beautiful variants. Like that's just lit as fuck, as well as the handler. So with the drum mag with chrome, this thing looks absolutely crazy, dude, and with diamond as well. The Willicos, I like the etching. It's okay. Like if you don't have no camos for the Tommy gun, this is actually a really nice variant. But then we have the Buck Private 2. I mean, it's kind of whack, no grip, no stock on it, but I mean, it is what it is. MP40, MP40 is one of those guns that I wish I had more variants for. I have the worst luck with the MP40 variants. I really want the all-out heroic, but I really want the Lyle heroic, man. It just really sucks that they didn't give the heroic to Lyle. The Son of Mars is an okay variant. Again, just comes down to just big and bulky. It just feels like it's kind of useless. These two are really slick and clean designs, so you feel like you move around the map a lot better. And this variant is amazing. That and Sten, we got all those Sten variants. They're pretty cool. I think they nerfed the Sten pretty hard a couple months ago, and it just hasn't been the same. The Orso is just a godly gun, but all of the Orso's variants are kind of trash. Like, I mean, they all look dirty. The camos don't really appear that well on them, so it's kind of a fail a little bit. M38 is our first Irish gun of the day. It's pretty lit. I honestly really like the Irish version, but I do find myself using like the Homestead more often than the Irish. But then again, I don't really use the Type 38 in general, so I mean, I don't know. The Sterling, I'm just gonna get out of the way and say this is probably one of the most terrible guns in the game, man. This thing is just trash, dude. It feels like you're running around with a fucking tin can, like the giant bean cans or some shit. Like, this is not fun at all to use, man. Look at the barrel on this thing, dude. And it's not even suppressed. It's just terrible, dude. I mean, it looks cool, but it's terrible. Now the Nambu, we're down to the Nambu. So the Nambu is really underrated, but the thing was it got nerfed really hard. They nerfed its damage. The fire rate and the recoil is still really good on it, but it's just the damage is not the best. Like, you're not going to beat a PPSH, you're not going to beat a Type 100 in a gunfight like you used to be able to. So unfortunately, this thing is not as broken as it used to be. But the heroic is pretty beautiful. Like, that shine is amazing. Moving on to the next one, ZK. This is a very controversial gun. I mean, I know a lot of pros like it. I personally don't. I think it's kind of trash. No cap. It's pretty low-key trash. I'm about to unlock this variant. I just have to finish up my division, the cavalry division. I think this came with cavalry. When I finish up that, I'm then like last prestige with that. So I'll soon unlock that variant. The Rebbe Rollis. Again, very controversial gun. I don't think it's the best gun in the game, but a lot of people like it. I think it does do work, but like it's not that great. But you can see the variants there. The Proto is amazing, dude. Like, this gun is amazing, and this is the first reactive camo gun that you will see today. Just fabulous, dude. Dark matter built into the gun, amazing. It's probably tight. It's probably close between the two of these. I mean, they're both dope ass variants. Then moving over to the EMP, we got the Fool's Gold 2, which is amazing. And then our first zombie. This is our first one that I at least remembers a zombie's gun of the day. So that's pretty dope. And the Blashko, which is another gun they nerfed in the last update to add a bunch of weapons. And man, it hurts because this gun was broken, but it doesn't feel as good anymore as it used to be. And then we got the Irma. The Irma, baby, right here. This is what I've been using a lot lately when I get on the game. This thing was terrible when it first came out. They buffed it right before they stopped the game, and it's amazing now. It's amazing. This gun. So this is the Austin. So when it first came out, it was like a bunch of other guns. It was really broke when it first came out, then they nerfed it. And I mean, the people that still use it are like say it's really good, but like most of those people don't drop nukes constantly, or most of those people don't care about dying. And this gun just doesn't have that capability of getting nukes. It just doesn't. I've got maybe one or two of this thing. And yeah, it was a pain in the ass to get them anyway. Then the M267, I tried forever to get this fucking thing. And you know, honestly, it wasn't worth it. Like, it's fun, but its ammo capacity just sucks ass, dude. Then this fucking gun, dude. This gun, I'll tell you right here, it's a fucking disaster, dude. This gun is that fucking broke. This has one of the weakest stat-wise damage in the game for an SMG. Yet it feels like it kills like within an AR. It kills in like 2 or 3 shots. It's just terrible, dude. Like, this thing is just godly as all hell. And like, if they could update the game and like just punish users that use this gun, bro, I'd be happy. Because this gun is just cheap as all hell. I mean, if you guys want a video with it, I'll bring a video about with it, but I don't want to feel like using it, to be honest. I feel kind of cheap. We go to here, there's light machine guns. Jesus Christ, these guns. The light machine gun Lewis, first off the bat. We got all of them in the game, yes sir. And this is probably my favorite variant for just default looks. If I have no camos used, or if I'm trying to go camos or something, I'll use this version. Now, the Landship 2, this one right here, has built-in chrome. So if you want to use chrome on an LMG and you don't got chrome on launch, just use the Landship 2 because it literally has built-in chrome. You can just see by the glare. Actually, I think it has more of a glare now than it does when it has chrome on it, so that's something to go off of. The MG15, we have all in the game: the Shorty 2, the Blade 2, the Act 2, the another one, the Load. I nicknamed this thing the Egg Gun because it literally has a giant egg as an optic. It's crazy. Bren. I should probably just skip this shit because this gun is just retarded, dude. Just retarded, dude. MG42, got the Buzzsaw 2, the Zipper 2, which is a really dope variant, but if I had to pick one variant, it'd probably be the Devil's Piano. This thing is just take a minute, man. Look at this beauty. This thing's beautiful, bruh. This thing's beautiful. Alright. Best, by far, probably best LMG looking wise in the game. GPNG, we have all the GPMGs. This variant looks retarded. Like, I feel like it's trying to go for a stinger, but like it was just stopped midway. Kind of retarded looking. MG81. This is gonna be our second Irish gun of the Irish DLC. The heroic MG81 is really good. But here's the big Irish. It's the next heroic, I believe this is the last Irish weapon in the game. I think there might be a melee weapon, but that's about it. And then we got the Stingers. This is what I was talking about earlier with the Stinger. Like, look at the Stinger. Like, it just looks like it was a Stinger fail. Like, it just... But yeah, this is the Stinger. It's an okay variant. The etching in this gun is crazy, though. Then the VMG. VMG I don't have very many runs, but this is the second and last. Like, moving camo, reactive camo type thing on any of the guns in the game. I definitely think this one looks better, just because like how it's shaded with the metals and that around it. I think it's really dope how they did it. Then the last two is going to be the Lad machine gun. Again, another one that's heroic is not as good as the epics, but I mean it's alright. That's what it's supposed to do. And then the Chatterbelt. I mean, this gun, it's weird. Like, it's good on war, but like running around with it on PvP, I mean, it's a hard pass. it's a hard pass. But moving on to snipers, we got the Carabin. Carabin, we have almost all of them. We need 2 more, the Kostatov 2 and the Husky 2. If I pronounce this one wrong, let me know in the chat. I probably did, though. The Midnight 2 is probably my one I use the most. The Enfield, we got most of them again. My personal favorite is the Grease 2. Just the way the wood and the leather looks together is just fantastic. But the Sweetie 2 is not bad either. And 1903, so we got the Gun Show 2. I really want to get the Faithful 2, but we don't have that, unfortunately. But we'd be using the Warbird. That's what I'd be using online. It just looks clean, with camos and all that on. The Kar 98 is next. Kar 98, we have all of them except for the Torpedo 2. Unfortunately, but I mean, it's fine with me because I usually use this one. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a Nightmare. So make sure. The Nightmare 2, which is this one right here, you actually get for I believe this is the one you get for maxing out your Mountain Division. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember grinding Mountain Division out and getting this heroic one. No, I'm wrong. F in the chat. You get the Nightmare 2 from level like 16 or 15 social score. I remember now. Yeah, because you get it for like social score. It's one of the only variants that is actually good that you get from social score. So that's pretty cool. But I use mostly the Fallen too, just because I mean, it just looks amazing. But yeah, those are the variants of the Kar 98. Type 38, we have the Black Hornet and the Ronin 2. I mean, the Ronin 2 is just a fantastic variant, but there's not much else to be said about that. The Lever Action. I want to get the Sheriff 2. Just a little sheriff symbol on the side. But PTRS, this is probably probably one of my top favorite gun variants in the game. I just love the way it is designed. But now this one is a supply drop only variant, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to get, unfortunately. The Delia, we have the Nightfall 2. And then the 3-line, we have the Motherland, which is obviously, in my opinion, the best most in the gun variant in the game. The SDK, we have most of them except for the Heroic, unfortunately. But then again, I don't find myself using the SDK hardly anymore, so it's fine. I'm back. Sorry about that, YouTube. I had to restart my whole shit because someone had to rudely interrupt my recording. Motherfuckers. But anyway, back to it. So we stopped at the SDK. So here's the Wiz. The Wiz is pretty good sniper, actually. I hated it on it first, but now that I'm using it more, I use it a lot and got it like, you know, chrome and all that. It's not bad. It's not terrible. The M36, I think, is by far one of the most annoying snipers in the game. It just gets a lot of hit markers. It's really weak. Its in on sight speed is kind of trash. So overall, terrible weapon in my opinion. I think you have a better luck of using the Lyle and getting a one shot. Then that's a built-in suppressor than you do this gun. Moving to shotguns, we have the combat shotgun though. We have the I just have two. This just shows you guys that I hate using shotguns and I try not to. Even if I get them, I don't really use them. But like I haven't got none of these challenges. Like there's a whole these challenges get heroic ones and all this. Like I have been in the quartermaster and shit like that for hundreds of times and I haven't done them because I refuse to use a shotgun to get them. But the M30, we have a couple, but like I said, I don't do the challenges when they come in. Toggle action, now this is one I do have a lot, but this is because these are all supply drop ones. But yeah, so they're pretty cool. I like the Enigma. When I do use a combat, I usually use the Enigma or the Dynamo, just because how small it is. I feel like I'm using models. But we're going to the Soldoff. We have the Cruiser 2, and then we have the Crusader 2, and then the Acrobat 2 and the Dynamo 2. Then we have the Blunderbuss. I mean, I don't know what to really say about this except for Blunderbuss. So moving on to the secondaries, we have the P08. P08, for one being one of the pistols I use probably the most, I don't have a lot of variants for. I really want to get the Alter 2 or the Torch 2. Actually, you know what? I take that back. They're alters that I really want. Just because of the black and white. Black and white, I'm retarded. Black and red. Jesus Christ, I'm blind as fuck. The 1911, we have a couple. We have the American 2s, obviously. America, fuck yeah. The total is 2. The Jupiter 2. The Jupiter 2 is probably what I use probably the most when I use the 1911s. Although I kind of want the Juno 2s just because, you know, the iron sights are just really, really cool, dope on it. Machine gun pistol, we have a bunch of these. I mean, it is what it is. Machine gun pistol is probably one of the worst guns in the game. I mean, literally it has 10 rounds, and it takes like 25 rounds to kill someone usually, so there's that. The 9mm, probably best pistol in the game. Either second or best, because, I mean, the P08 and the 9mm are pretty close to each other in kill time, but I usually use the Privilege 2, which is the heroic version, best version of the game for that gun. The Enfield 2, I have to use revolvers more often, so you're probably going to see a lot more videos of revolvers. But yeah, fun fact, everyone that plays campaign, the Enfield number 2, the heroic version, is actually what you use in story. So that's a pretty fun fact right there for y'all. But the bazooka, we got most of the variants for the bazooka, and then the same for the Panzerstreck. Panzerstreck, I almost have every variant. I just need one more, but it's pretty cool. Crossbow, I want to get the heroic crossbow. I think the heroic crossbow looks dope. Melee, this is gonna be a while here. So melees, we got most of the shovels, then the ice pick with all the ice picks. We have all the trench knives. We have all the combat knives. We have all the base. No, we don't have all the base. Okay, I have most of the baseball bats. We have most of the fire axes. This is actually one of the only melees in the game that has like more than 3 or 4 variants. Then the sword does too. Has more than 3, but most have 3. As I'm going down this list, I am wrong. Almost all of the 5 as I'm going further down the list. Bro, and I thought might make me feel retarded. GG's. But then the sledgehammer is obviously one of my favorite melee weapons in the game. Not only because it's literally sledgehammer, but the fact that it just has a really broken hit time. But that is all the variants in the game for me, boys. That's all my variants. That's all I got. I love you guys. I just want to forget you should be beautiful until the next one.